Hello, I'm Jack Hanula, and I am the author of a series of books called Painting Mexico, Magical Pueblos, and I'm currently in the front courtyard in front of the Parroquia, La Parroquia, which is the main church here in San Miguel. And it's a Saturday morning. There are many weddings going on, so I'm enjoying all the activity and the beauty of the ladies and the handsome men who are participating in the weddings along with the families. For the last several weeks, I have done a series of videos and taken a lot of photographs to assemble a documentary video of this lovely Jardín Principal, again here in San Miguel de Allende in Mexico. I believe that this Jardín is probably one of the most beautiful in the entire world. And I hope you can come here to enjoy it, to sit in the Jardín or any of the spaces around it, to paint, to take photographs, even write poetry. So anyway, I hope that you can visit this lovely Jardín sometime in the near future, and that you enjoy my video. Thank you very much. I am now again standing in El Jardín Principal in San Miguel de Allende. I am on the east end doing a sweep of the interior of the garden. A very beautiful place. You can see the lush trees and the plantings and the benches, and ahead gorgeous gazebo, and the garden is very popular and shady and comfortable. A lovely, lovely place to relax, to enjoy spending time here, and of course to paint. Hello, I'm Jack Hanula, and I'm going to give you a quick tour of the maps and the art that I make for my book series Painting Mexico. And the book series is largely based on maps that I make of some of the most beautiful locations imaginable in Mexico. The map in front of us is one of the famous plaza garden called El Jardín in San Miguel de Allende, and I'm showing it to you to teach you how to use it and to appreciate its value. This is one of my watercolor students who I'm teaching how to make maps and watercolors. I do all the maps myself on location, first by measuring them mostly by pacing, and then drawing a quick sketch in pencil, and then I draw to scale all the information on a high quality Arches watercolor paper, and the maps are then colored with pencil ink, and watercolor. They're very accurate, and the unique thing about the maps is that I use a system of arrows like you can see in the center. The arrows indicate scenes or views that are worthy of photography or painting or art. The pencil in the corner in the arrow indicates a view, which I think you'll find quite interesting. It's up here. It's a sketch I did of the arcade from that location. And then down below, I have another, it's a graphite wash from that exact location of the trees in the garden and La Parroquia beyond. Moving back to the map, I'll give you a quick tour, beginning with the famous La Parroquia, which is one of the most beautiful Gothic style churches in all of Mexico. Then next to it is the Iglesia de San Rafael, a lovely church. In front of the church is a courtyard. Then you cross the courtyard and into the plaza, which is a famous place for social and cultural events. And then of course, we will enter the famous Jardín, the famous garden, which has a bandstand in the center, many dozens of very comfortable wrought iron benches, a lot of trees, a lot of plantings. And then up here, you notice that the space is largely enclosed with arcades, which are called portales. And the portales include restaurants and cafes and bars and shops and so forth. And then here, let me point it out with my finger, is the information center. It's the tourist office. So you can see how helpful these maps are. And they are made specifically for artists and photographers, and even those who would like to sit down in a scenic place and simply write poetry. I am currently standing in the famous Jardín Principal in San Miguel de Allende, and this Jardín is in my book, Painting Mexico. And as you can see in front of us, the Jardín focuses on the beautiful parroquia, a famous church that is one of the best known in all of Mexico. I am doing a sweep of the buildings, the roof lines that surround this gorgeous space, with many roads coming into it, 4 roads to be exact. And now I'm looking at the arcade that surrounds the east end of the Jardín. And you can see its exquisite beauty. I'm sweeping now into the Jardín, where you can see the beautiful plantings and the beautiful garden. It's one of the most gorgeous gardens, plazas, I think, in the world. Right now I'm standing in the front courtyard of La Parroquia, which is San Miguel's principal church, and I'm doing a video scan to show you the beauty of the courtyard. I'm standing in front of the front entrance of the church, looking out into the garden, El Jardín, sweeping around to an area of beautiful pruned and shaped trees. You can see how lovely this courtyard is. The entry to the church, a beautiful statue, the steeple of the church, and then sweeping around again into the cornice. You can see how lovely this space is. Besides this drawing, which I've already shown you, I've done a few others of the Jardín area, and I'm scanning over to one, which, as I mentioned, is a scene from the Instituto de San Miguel de Allende, looking towards the parroquia, and then to the left, once again, but in a better lighting situation, is a oil painting that I did from the rooftop of a nearby restaurant. And then to the right is, once again, but in a better scenic, a better location for filming, the sketch of the parroquia from the area on the map that had the pencil.